What if I tell you that vectors have a reason, cross product and dot product have a reason to come in certain equations? Cross product comes into mathematics whenever two forces are such that they produce maximum impact when at 90 degrees with each other. And dot product comes into mathematics whenever two forces are such that they produce maximum impact when these two forces or influences are running parallel or in an aligned manner with each other. Now just carefully look at the formulas of cross product and dot product. In the formula of cross product you will see sine theta coming in, and in the formula of dot product you will see cos theta coming in. It's necessary to understand why sine theta and cos theta come in mathematics in order to understand these formulas first. So with this we proceed. Whatever you are seeing here is an excerpt from an ebook called as Visualizing Math 1. The link of the book is given in the description, but more about this later. Let's proceed to the slides about sine theta and cos theta. Sine is a measure of how much perpendicular two objects or influences are. For example, if you have a house with a roof which is sloping, it is less perpendicular as compared to the force of gravity. So the snow will just slide away and the amount of snow accumulated on the roof will be very less. Now compare this to another roof which is flat, perpendicular as compared to the force of gravity. Now the amount of snow collected will be more. Let's look at another example. This He-Man-like character who is pushing the ball on, who is throwing the ball onto the wall. At 90 degree, full force of the ball gets transferred onto the wall. This full force is denoted by a ratio 1/1. It's not 1 kilo or 1 kilonewton. It's a ratio 1/1, which means full upon full. Just as 1/2 denotes half of full. And this happens at sine 30. If the man throws the ball onto the wall at 30 degree, the amount of force transferred onto the wall will be half of what it would be at 90 degree. The third example again is of a sphere which is kept perpendicular to the surface of a table. When it is kept perpendicular to the surface of a table, it casts maximum shadow onto a screen. When it is reduced at 30 degree, when the angle of the sphere is reduced at 30 degree with respect to the table, shadow reduces to half. At 0 degree there's almost no shadow. When the sphere is running parallel to the surface of the table, no shadow. The sine is a measure of how perpendicular two forces are. It comes into mathematics when two forces are such that they produce max impact when acting perpendicular to each other. Cos, on the other hand, comes into math when two forces are such that they produce maximum impact when acting parallel to each other. Just look at these two people pushing a drum. When they are aligned, when their forces are aligned, when their forces are parallel, the push is maximum. When their forces are less aligned, the push gets minimum. Now let's look at the case of the sphere. The more the sphere is parallel to the ground, in this case, the more the shadow. The more the sphere becomes perpendicular, the amount of shadow keeps on reducing. So now let us come to cross product and dot product. Let's look at the formula for cross product first. The net force equals to magnitude of A, that is the magnitude of how strong is the force of the ball. The second thing is the wall, that is denoted by B, the reactive force of the wall. If the wall was made of sponge, the reactive force would be very different. So the net force, every surface has got a reactive force. In this case we are concerned with the reactive force of the wall. And the third thing that influences the net forces, how perpendicular are they with respect to each other. If the ball and the surface of the wall are at 90 degrees with each other, when the ball hits the wall, maximum impact takes place. At 30 degrees the impact gets reduced to half. This is where cross product comes into vectors, into mathematics. Now let us look at the formula for dot product. Magnitude of A is the force with which the worker 1 is pushing the drum. Magnitude of B is the force with which the second worker is pushing the drum. Cos theta is a measure of how much aligned they are with each other. If they are aligned with each other at 0 degree, the maximum alignment is at 0 degree, they are parallel to each other at 0 degree, the force is maximum. If this becomes 60 degree, if they act at each other, if they are at an angle of 60 degrees with respect to each other when they are pushing the drum, now cos of 60 will happen. Cos of 60 is half, so this means at 60 degrees if they are pushing the drum, the net force reduces to half. Whatever you are seeing is an excerpt from a book called as Visualizing Math. It's an e-book. The link of the book is in the description. It's for $6. Mathematics does not exist. It's just a language to understand the physical phenomena. You are here because you are not